Hey guys, and welcome back to the randomized Kecleon Pokemon Team series. Time to move on to the Gen 3 games, specifically Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. The girls are now in Hoenn, so let's see what the randomizer gods have given them, starting with Yui. Yui's first Pokemon will be Kecleon. Not a necessarily terrible start. Kecleon certainly is interesting given its type switching ability, which means beating it won't be the easiest thing ever depending on the moves the opponent knows. It is very slow, but it has phenomenal special defense, very good attack, and pretty good everything else. For level up moves, it's actually really good. Normal, Dark, Ghost, Psychic, Rock. How many other normal types get this kind of coverage naturally? This is really impressive. For TMs, just look at it. This is pretty much the norm for most normal types. So this is actually a pretty good start all things considered. Kecleon won't outspeed much, but it hits decently hard and has so many options for moves. Yui's second Pokemon will be Shifttree. That's a good Pokemon to get. Shifttree may not be the most stellar grass or dark type, and it is a bit annoying to get in the games since it takes a while to get a leaf stone, but it's definitely not the worst. Its defenses are a tad low, but everything else looks solid. For level up moves, including the pre-evolution ones, they're, I'd say, average, but at least they're 100% accurate. For TMs, it's pretty good actually. Of its 6 weaknesses, we're excluding Fairy because it didn't exist in Gen 3, it has at least one attack that covers each. So while Shifttree is a bit on the frail side, it hits hard and its choices for attacks cover its weaknesses pretty well. Yui's third Pokemon will be Crobat. That is excellent. Crobat is a hell of a Pokemon to have on a team, and MJTV considers it the best flyer in Hoenn. This thing is blazing fast, and its other stats aren't shabby either. For level up moves, it's not bad, and having bites to counter psychic types is great. For TMs, it's pretty unimpressive, but at least it gets Stab Sludge Bomb. So this is an excellent addition to Yui's team. It's good in battle, and it's good as your team's flyer since you don't need to waste a spot on a temporary fly user. Yui's fourth Pokemon will be Sceptile. Look at that. Not only did we get a starter in the first Hoenn episode of this series, we also got MJTV's favorite Pokemon. Sceptile is definitely a solid Pokemon, even though False Swipe Gaming considered it below average in his How Good Was Sceptile Actually video. But it would still be a good team member, even without its Gen 6 Mega. And not only was it one of Ash's strongest Pokemon, it was also the only Pokemon in the entire Sinnoh League to beat Tobias's Darkrai. This thing should never be underestimated. It is really fast and hits pretty damn hard. For level up moves, it's pretty lackluster in terms of power, although Leaf Blade is an excellent stab attack. For TMs, it's not too bad in terms of coverage. And look, Dragon Claw. Maybe a little hint that they were thinking of giving Sceptile the dragon typing in some shape or form in the future? This is, at least in my opinion, one of the best Pokemon to have on a team and is definitely one of the better starters. If you want a strong grass type, you can't really go wrong with Sceptile. Yui's fifth Pokemon will be Gyarados. What do you know? Yui gets a Gyarados again. Not that that's bad. This is a strong Pokemon. It has good stats all around, including its absurd attack, although its special attack is disappointing. For level up moves, it's kinda disappointing that it didn't get Dragon Breath in Gen 3 or a more accurate water move, but having Dragon Dance for setup is nice. For TMs, it's got pretty decent coverage, even though the special moves won't hit as hard. So Gyarados is still a bit limited, but it does look better than it did in Gen 1. It will cause serious damage if you take it lightly. And Yui's last Pokemon will be Alakazam. That's a stupendous way to round off this team. Alakazam, and the Psychic type in general, was definitely nerfed quite a bit after Gen 1, but this is still a ferocious Pokemon that will cause you major problems if you're not careful. Its special attack and speed are absolutely insane. It will pretty much outspeed all but the fastest Pokemon and devastate anything that moves. For level up moves, it's exceptionally narrow, but that's really no issue given what it learns. And if you want to go further, you can breed one, since doing so will give it the elemental punches, which will give it amazing coverage, especially since they are still special moves in Gen 3. For TMs, it's not terrible, but definitely not amazing. Also, how the hell does it learn Iron Tail when it itself doesn't have one? Does it use its spoons or something? So while Alakazam has definitely gone down in terms of dominance over the generations, this is by no means a Pokemon to take lightly. And that's it for Yui's Gen 3 team. Overall, it's pretty solid. She has some good team members here. She could definitely do well with them. As always, please rate, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to come join me on Discord. Consider backing me on Patreon. And remember to stay chilled.